Welcome once again. In the previous lecture, we have started the Unit 4 of Elements of Company Law, that is, e-governance and winding up of a company. In the previous lecture, we have seen the e-governance and its meaning, importance and definition. Today, we will see e-filing and about the MCA portal. So, let us first see e-filing. In this e-filing, we will see the basic concept of MCA and about e-filing. So let us first start with the basic concept of MCA. See, MCA 21 is a major e-governance initiative taken by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So this MCA stands for what? Ministry of Corporate Affairs. It envisages e-filing of all documents relating to company matters on the MCA portal. So it contains all the e-filing of all the documents, that is electronic form of all the documents which are related to the company matters. So this all are consisted in the MCA portal. So all physical filing of forms has been discontinued and process of e-filing has been started. It is almost a paperless working of MCA subject to certain exemptions where paperwork is unavoidable due to legal or statutory requirements. So basically it is a paperless working. Why it is a paperless working? Because all the documents which are relating to the company matters are being converted in an electronic form. But there are certain things or the certain paperwork which are unavoidable due to legal or statutory requirements. For example, at present, winding up procedure has not been converted under the said program. That program has to follow the paperwork format. Okay, so this is the one exception to this MCA portal. Now, it was implemented with the help of Tata Consultancy Services in 2006 and now it is managed by Infosys. So the user can access by clicking on to the www.mca.gov.in to upload and inspect the documents or to get other relevant information and details. So here we have seen MCA 21 portal which has been introduced by the government, that is the e-filing of all documents related to the company matters can be detected or can be used or inspected or can be uploaded on this MCA portal. Now, what is portal? See, in a simple language, a portal is a single website giving structured access to all other websites of all government departments. Through a portal, one can easily find out government information and services from one place without the need to understand how government is structured and which site you need to use. In a simple way, it means what? That from a single portal, you can access the different websites of the government agency without going individually to those government agencies or without going to those individual websites. You can just go to a single portal and where you can access all the websites of the government agency. So that is what a portal means. Okay, so portals are generally grouped by industry or sector types such as education, health, construction, industry. Sometimes they are organized on the basis of services, for example, licensing, registration or purchasing. So in a simple way, we can say that कि आप एक जगह पे हर गवर्नमेंट एजेंसी की वेबसाइट को हर जगह की वेबसाइट हर गवर्नमेंट एजेंसी की वेबसाइट को एक्सेस कर सकते हो विदाउट पर्टिकुलर उस गवर्नमेंट एजेंसी की वेबसाइट जाने की जगह पे. तो ये होता है पोर्टल का मतलब. So in short, a government portal should be provided with a single internet address through which one can search online and offline government information and services without having to go to individual government agency website, and also provide a complementary alternative to across the counter and telephone contact with government. Okay, so with this initiative of e-filing of all documents relating to company matters is now possible through this MCA portal. Now MCA is taking steps to move from traditional paper-based operations to paperless transaction. As a result, various conventional forms prescribed for certain transactions have been adopted for use through the electronic medium, and these forms have been simplified or standardized for electronic filing. So this is what MCA portal means. Okay, from a single portal you can access all the other websites of the government agency without going to that particular website of that government agency. So this is what your portal means, and this is what MCA 21 portal says, that you can upload, inspect all the documents or the relevant information in details by just clicking onto the MCA portal, or by visiting to the www.mca.gov.in. So this is what is the basic concept of MCA. Now we will see the features of the MCA portal. The first is no need to visit ROC. Here ROC means Registrar of Companies. So companies, professionals and public at large need not to visit the Registrar of Companies offices, as it would be possible for them to interact with the ministry using the MCA 21 portal from their offices or home, or by going to the facilitation center established for this purpose. So this is what no need to visit ROC means, as everything is done electronically. The next is multiple options to make payments. The users will have multiple options to make payments in the online mode, either through credit cards or the internet banking facility. Beside this, the traditional payment through demand draft would be accepted against a system generated challan to more than 200 bank branches across the country. So there are multiple options to make payments is available on the MCA portal. Next comes DIN introduce. The DIN stands for Director Identification Number. What it stands for? Director Identification Number. So the program also introduces the concept of Director Identification Number, that is DIN, which is a unique and lifetime identification number issued to all current and prospective directors. So it is mandatory for all directors who wish to interact with the ministry in future to acquire a DIN. If a director or a prospective director means the person who is going to become a director in the future wants to interact with the ministry or wants to interact with the MC portal, then that person has to acquire the DIN, that is Director Identification Number. Okay. Now next comes Service Request Number, that is SRN. So with the help of this system, that is MCA, the stakeholders are established to track the service request through a service request number. This service request number we will see in the next slide in detail. What does this actually means? Now next comes manual filing of documents discontinued. Yes, most of the filing work has been converted into electronic mode, leaving some exception cases. At present, permanent documents of existing companies such as Memorandum of Association, current charge documents, etc. are maintained in the paper form by various registrar of companies offices, and most of these documents have been converted into the electronic form. So in this, it is to be noted that the scope of e-filing covers only the offices of ROCs, regional directors and the headquarters at New Delhi. So we can see that mostly all the documents are converted into electronic form, and manual filing of documents had been discontinued, leaving some exceptions, that is the winding up procedure has to be done in a paperwork form. So these are the features of the MCA portal, that is no need to visit ROC, multiple options to make payments, DIN introduced, service request number, and manual filing of documents discontinued. Now let us move on to the e-filing. So what does e-filing facility includes? First is incorporation and registration of new companies can be done electronically by just going to the MCA 21 portal. Then comes filing of annual returns and balance sheets. So e-filing facility also provides the filing of annual returns and balance sheets electronically. Then comes registration and verification of charges. After that, filing of forms for change of names, address, directors details can also be done through this. The e-filing facility also provides the filling of forms for change of names, address and directors details without going to the registrar office. Then comes inspection of documents can also be done online. Then application for various statutory services from NCA is also available through this e-filing, and investor grievances redressal can also be solved. So these are the e-filing facility which are included, that is incorporation and registration of new companies, filing of annual returns and balance sheets, registration and verification of charges, filing of forms for change of names, address, director details, then inspection of documents, applications for various statutory services from MCA, and then investor grievances redressal. So So these are the e-filing facilities. Now let us see e-filing process. E-filing process कैसे work करता है? First is registration of user. So e-filing will be allowed only for registered users who have registered to the MCA. Otherwise, it will be not allowed. So e-filing will be allowed only for registered users. Okay, then one can register with the guidance available on MCA 21 portal to create his personalized login ID. So how to create a personalized login ID is all the details and all the guidance is available on the MCA 21, so that a particular person or the member of the business can register himself or herself. So if the user wants to sign an e-form as an authorized signatory like directors, then he has to register his digital signature certificate, that is DSC. If a authorized signatory like director have to sign or has to sign the e-form, then he has to register his what? Digital signature certificate. And if the user procures a new DSC, he has to register his new DSC again. अगर उस पर्सन ने अगर अपना नया डिजिटल सिग्नेचर सर्टिफिकेट, उसको अपना नया डिजिटल सिग्नेचर डालना है, तो वो भी उसको रिन्यू करना पड़ता है. So this is what registration of user means. So to acquire the benefits of this e-filing, then one has to register himself or herself first. Then next comes downloading of e-form. See, e-forms are in the PDF format and they are freely downloadable. And the link is available on the MCA 21 portal, and through that they can download the particular e-form. Then it comes that one has to familiarize himself with a new set of e-forms available on MCA 21. At any time one can read the related instruction kit to get himself familiar with the procedure, that how a particular form has to be downloaded and how that particular thing has to be filled. So all the instruction is given on the MCA 21 on the things like how to download it and how to fill that particular e-form. So next comes completing an e-form. Whatever the e-form that has been downloaded, how it has to be completed. The third step is completing an e-form. One can avail the option to fill an e-form offline or online. So as per user's convenience, one can complete these formalities without staying connected to the internet. E-forms are to be filled in and signed digitally. Once it has been filled, it has to be signed digitally. And I said how it is to be digitally signed. One has to register his digital signature certificate to sign the electronic form digitally. Okay, so e-forms are to be filled in and signed digitally. So by selecting the pre-fill option, one can avail the system of filing certain information on the e-form automatically, which is already available in the database of MCA. Okay? So if one has to attach the supported documents while filing the e-form, then they have to provide that particular attachments in a PDF format. And MCA portal also provide a provision of conversion of popular formats such as Microsoft Office into PDF format. Okay, so if it is necessary again to sign the e-form by more than one person, then such an e-form should be sent either on a suitable media or as an email attachment, or the file should be transferred over the network to another person who has to sign it digitally. Okay, and while obtaining such multiple signature, care has to be taken that contents of the e-form are not altered. Altered means not changed after it has been signed. If it after the particular e-form has been signed, then no information should be changed or altered. That care has to be taken, because if at any stage the contents of an e-form are altered or changed, the document will become invalid and it will be rejected during the process of e-filing. Okay, so once the digital signature have been made, the e-form is ready for submission. So the next step is what? Submission of e-form. So for e-filing, one has to connect himself to the internet, and submission is required to be made at the MCA 21 portal using the specialized functionality which has been provided. Submission takes a couple of minutes depending upon the size of the form and quality of the internet. A defective e-form will be rejected by the MCA system and returned to the user with clear details of the nature of the defect. So in an e-form if an e-form is correct in all respects, then one can proceed to the next step. It is always better to save a copy of the document before submission of applicant's ready reference. And if there is a defective in the e-form, then the nature and why it has been rejected will be sent to the person. So fourth step is submission of e-form. Now next comes making payment. See, the system automatically calculates the fee including the late fees as applicable under the rules and regulations. And payments have to be made through appropriate methods such as credit card, internet banking, or by traditional way at the bank counter through challan. One, if a person has not acquainted himself with the internet banking or online payment, then that particular person can take out the printout of the challan and can go to the bank counter to submit the challan. So this is how payments can be made. MCA 21 provides a unique verification number which can be used by the user for inquiring the status of a transaction. If you want to check your transaction is completed or not, then a unique transaction number is also provided by the MCA 21. Filing is complete only when the necessary payments are made. Okay. In case of rejection of the e-form, helpful remedial tips are provided to the user or applicant. So after this making payment, the user will also receive an acknowledgement through email, or alternatively user can check the MCA portal. After successful e-filing and payment, you can see the status of your transaction using the track your transaction status link, and you have to enter the SRN number once once the form has been approved by the concerned official of the ministry. You will receive an email regarding the same, and the status of the form will get changed to approved. In this way, the filing process gets completed. So this was the step of e-filing, that is first registration of user, second downloading of e-form, then completing an e-form, then submission of e-form and making the payment. In this way, e-filing process comes to an end. I hope you have understand the e-filing process. Now let us move on to the next, that is prerequisites of e-filing. Prerequisites means things which are very necessary to have before you are doing the e-filing process. Okay, so in this first comes this prerequisites, means that is in order to get ready for e-filing, the following things are to be necessary. If you want to do e-filing on MCA 21 portal, then these things are very necessary to have it. In this first comes registration of directors for DIN. All directors are required to register themselves online for obtaining the director identification number. Details of DIN are available on the MCA 21 portal. If there is no DIN, then a director cannot interact with the ministry. So registration of directors for DIN is very necessary. Next comes obtaining the digital signature certificate, that is DSC. If the authorized signatory want to sign on the e-form, that is the electronic form, then he must have a digital signature certificate. Okay, or other persons like professionals who wish to attach documents for e-filing will have to obtain DSC from any authorized agencies of the government, and the list of this is available on the website, that is www.cca.gov.in website. This is the website where all the details are regarding this matter is available. Next is registration of DSC. Once a DSC is obtained, one has to register his DSC with the MCA 21 portal using his personalized login. And the last one is learn basics. See, it is advisable to familiarize oneself with new e-forms and as and when required to take the help of the facilitation center which is convenient, so that one can learn how to use the MCA 21 portal or to e-file the particular document or to upload a particular document on the MCA 21. So these are the prerequisites of e-filing, that is registration of directors for DIN, obtaining the digital signature certificate, registration of DSC, and learn basics. So in this way, we have finished the e-governance and e-filing and the basic concepts of MCA portal. In the next lecture, we will see the winding up of a company. Till then, thank you.